Christmas in Compton. He's been on Criminal Minds and all
Prison
kinds of
Break.
stuff.
What up?
I also have Haji Golightly. You've seen him in different movies as well. He just did the big premiere on BET, Couples Therapy. Haji. And we got Alan Maldonado also. Alan Maldonado, he has been in the movie Equalizer. He's on the ABC sitcom Blackish. He's on Black Jesus. Welcome, Alan.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, Vegas?
How are you?
I'm doing excellent. How you doing this morning?
I am awesome, blessed, and highly favored. I got my boy DJ Thump. He's sitting in with us this morning.
Man,
Good morning.
with a big bag of something to eat. What's up with that?
I'm on a diet, brother.
So as everyone,
Vinaigrette sandwich.
all right. Well, as you all know, last week we had a big topic in regards to African American actors in Hollywood. And, you know, it was a lot to say, so we're going to have a lot going on today. But before we get to that, I want to start with Alan Maldonado. Alan, thank you for being on the Vanessa Jackson show today. I know that you have so I know you got a new movie coming out called Dope. Can you give us a little info about that?
Man, yeah, it comes out this Friday, June 19th. It's a spectacular film with an all-star cast of upcoming actors, man. I think the film is one of those films that's going to be talked about for the next 10 years. It's going to be quoted. So I urge everybody to go out this Friday, buy a ticket, buy 3, buy 4, and support this film because it's going to be definitely just a film that changes not just Hollywood, but Black Hollywood as well, because it's a predominantly Black cast. And the film translates to all ethnicities and generations. So it's a really, really good film, and I urge everybody to go support it.
And when does this movie start?
This Friday, June 19th.
All right. Well, we are very excited, and congratulations on that. We also have our wonderful and magnificent friend, Haji Golightly. Haji, are you there?
I'm on the line, ma'am. How are you?
I am awesome, blessed, and highly favored. I got Big Leroy sitting in the studio with me. We got Alan Maldonado on the line.
Awesome. Big Leroy, how you doing, sir?
Hey, brothers, man. I mean, I'm not a morning person, but I guess I am nowadays.
I got him getting up early in the morning.
Early.
Wow. Okay. And Alan, pleasure to be on the line with you, champ. I see all the phenomenal work you're doing, brother. Keep it up, man. It's very inspiring. I see you moving.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much, man. Pleasure meeting you.
Right. So, Alan, you know, last week, Haji, Big Leroy, DJ Thump, and I, St. Louis from Players Club, we all were talking about, you know, some of the experiences and just our views, not saying this is the way it is, but it's the views of what was going on and some of the things that's going on in Hollywood. So what we're going to start with, Big Leroy. Do you think, before we get started? Okay, go ahead. We got DJ Thump. We got DJ Thump.
Before we get started, it got so heated.
Woo! Yes, it did.
Last week it got so
Yes, it did.
It got so heated that
Man.
this gentleman that I called in, of course, he responded on my Facebook because we carried the conversation on Facebook
Yes,
as well.
we did.
And this gentleman, formerly with Tyler Perry, he's worked with so many people. He's the founder of Broadway in the Hood.
You must be talking about Tori.
You know Tori Russell is on the line.
Tori
Russell.
Hi, Tori.
Good morning. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Good. Thanks for being on the Vanessa Jackson show this morning. So, Tori, as you've seen, as DJ Thump posted, you know, that we had some of the topics of Hollywood, you know, acting, some of the roles that, you know, that they offer African Americans, like, you know, having to be gay, in a dress, on drugs. And some things, you know, some actors feel that it's an assassination to some of their characters. So, with that, I want to ask Big Leroy, starting with you. We're going to give him a minute because he just bit his sandwich.
This sandwich is good. I'm grabbing. Good morning, everybody.
Do you think it's harder for African-American actors in Hollywood than it is for any other nationality?
Well, I just swallowed.
Oh, that's not a good word to say.
I just food this damn sandwich, y'all.
I'm just saying.
What role are you playing?
Yeah, hey, he already performing, okay?
That's right, that laugh track. All right, check it out, man. This is my personal feeling right here. This whole thing is highly charged, and what I want to do is definitely be sensitive to. There's a whole different demographic of people that are watching entertainment, and they want entertainment that shares their views. So you have to be sensitive to that, unless you're looking like you're discriminating against a new, not a new culture of people, but people that are wanting their voice shown. Now, I'll look at. There's like I was saying last time, there's a lot of characters, people that do those type of films. Now, in the film, are you playing a gay person? Are you just in costume, looking like an undercover police officer, and you're dressed like a woman?
Kind of like Martin in Big Mama's house.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you're black, people are like our culture will kind of look at you like, wait a minute, he played that role, but. Yo, homie played that a little bit too damn good.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Yo, I see the diva done came out of him a little bit, But, I mean, let's look at it. Wesley Snipes was in a movie called Tu Wong Fu. Mm-hmm. Okay,
right.
people,
mm-hmm.
Some may forgot about that joint, but he did the film. Do you look at Wesley Snipes like he's less masculine? No, he's the one that he did the film, and he don't come on your radar like that because
right,
you've seen enough of his other roles.
Absolutely, but look at this.
Yeah.
Look at Vin Rhames.
Okay.
It makes you wonder about his Pulp Fiction, Holiday. It makes you wonder.
But
I mean,
I don't know, because Boys in the Hood. I mean, not Boys in the Hood. Baby
Boy. Look, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. Ving Rhames, he showed you how to do that hop, man. You know what I mean? I give props to that cat. But look at here, when Baby Boy, when he, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm saying. But the guy, he's not the writer. And that's what a lot of people have to understand. You're not a writer. A lot of times you can pick and choose some of your roles, but you're not the writer for the show. So you have, you're a performer. You're getting paid to perform. Are you married to that role? Does that one role define you as a man, as a black man, or as an actor in general? No. You get the role, you knock it out, you be professional, and you get on to the next role.
So what you got to say, DJ Thought?
Now, my question is, and of course to Alan, Tori as well, and Haji, a new actor. I will call myself a baby actor.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How do I not get branded that these are the only roles? And it don't even have to be a gay role. It can be a gangster role, a thug role. How do you not get branded and say this is the only role that we want you to play? There are so many actors that I see that all they play is certain roles.
So Alan, Haji, Tori, which one of you guys want to address that for DJ Thump? Hello?
You hit on it in the question.
Okay, who are we talking to?
This is Alan Maldonado.
Okay, Alan. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think you touched on it in your question itself. It's about your brand, meaning that if you treat yourself like Coca-Cola or Pepsi, and you have to be very careful on how you market yourself to your audience. Mm-hmm. So if you continue to accept roles that way, then that's how your audience will receive you. Now, that's on you as a business and as the CEO of your brand to establish maybe reinventing your brand. Maybe is it the image that you're portraying to the casting directors, maybe new pictures, maybe just new a direction between you and your management or your agent, just identifying with what roles that you're willing to do and changing and shifting. And then just like in any company, it takes time and marketing and influence to sway your audience or sway the casting directors to believe you in different characters. I can, for one, attest to that. As the beginning of my career, I did a lot of, more dark characters. And as I shifted my look and my image, things started to sway over to comedy. And that's totally on me. It wasn't just the industry forcing me into one direction, but also I played a part in how I presented myself.
Right. Okay. So, and that was a very good answer, I think. Mm-hmm. So your branding really starts from the beginning. Now, Haji, last week you stated that right now Hollywood is wide open, and I hope I'm not misquoting you, but elaborate why you say Hollywood is wide open right now for African Americans.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say Hollywood is wide open. I would say that the industry is wide open.
Okay.
Because you have the opportunity to go direct to your consumer. Anybody with a cell phone or a camera, you can shoot a film or start shooting videos, uploading your monologues or whatever it is that you're doing in order to change your brand and to change the perception of who you are, and as well as, define who and what you are as an artist. So, I mean, it's wide open when you have so many people that are booking television shows just from, YouTube likes, or, people that are being placed in films from, X amount of likes on Instagram or Instagram follows. So it's wide open in that area. However, Hollywood, the institution, they're still telling the same type of films, or the same type of stories. And they only I've met people from other countries where they're only the only time that they had the opportunity to meet a black person or even saw a black person was in film, and they saw these negative images. So right. I say that as wide open that we have to begin to tell our own stories for ourselves, even if it means by ourselves outside of the quote-unquote Hollywood machine.
Absolutely.
That's what I meant by that.
Okay, and I like that, and I definitely think that made a statement to a lot of people that really hear you. Now, Tori, being that you come from an industry, you write, you produce, you direct, how do you see this for African Americans as far as, do we have to portray ourselves in a different light, or do we have to accept certain roles just to get in there? Do we, if they offer a gay role, do we have to play that just to get in the door?
It's ironic that you all are having this conversation right now, because less than a week ago, I was sitting talking to a young actor who is at that crossroads in his life. There's a new African-American television show that's going to be coming out based on gay African-Americans, and he actually was offered a role in that TV show. And he's straight. And he was really torn whether or not to take the role. The answer to the question, from my point of view, is this. You have Will Smith, Wesley Snipes, Jeffrey Wright, Chris Tucker, Terry Crews, The Rock, all of these people who have...
Wayans brothers.
The Wayans brothers, who has Flip Wilson. I mean, just the list goes on and on of wonderful African-American performing men who has gone on after performing gay roles to do amazing things. 6 Degrees of Separation is a Broadway stage play that was transformed into a musical, into a movie, and it was one of Will Smith's first roles ever.
Absolutely.
And to think, had he not taken that role as a movie actor to transform from rap and all of that into the movie industry, there could be a possibility that he may not be the mogul Will Smith that we know right now. So the answer is, do what you do, and then again, brand yourself and help the industry to see that you can be whatever they need you to be as an actor.
Right, absolutely.
So
go ahead, DJ Thumb.
Can I say something? Can I interject real quick?
Who is that, Haji?
For me, this is Haji.
Okay.
Just real quick. The question for me isn't will I play a gay role or will I put on a dress. That's not the question. For me as an artist, the question is, who am I? And am I willing to compromise my principles? And which principles are you willing to compromise to get what it is you think that you want? Because all the time, what you think that you want or you think that you're ready for, you may not be ready for. You may not be ready for what comes behind that decision. So I'm not against or for. It's just that I know my brand and what I'm not willing to do as a person, because like I said in the previous interview, that if you do not have an identity, they will give you one.
Right. Okay. Well, we have another caller, Franklin G, on the line. Franklin G, are you there?
Yes, good morning. Can you hear me?
Good morning. Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Franklin.
The Vanessa Jackson Show.
Good
Did
morning.
you have a question?
Good morning, everybody. I heard this subject, and it's great. I think we should talk about the elephant in the room, which is racism. Every African-American male that you mentioned, Hollywood made him put a dress on. They did the same thing to Garrett Morris on television. They do the same thing on Saturday Night Live, and they have a constantly, the other actor, forgot his name, he plays Oprah. They did it with the actor has to make his own choice. Sidney Poitier never put a dress on. Blair Underwood never put a dress on.
Right.
They make decisions based to effeminize black men to see if they're acceptable in Hollywood. Yes, they put Rock in a tutu. Yes, they did that to my man Wesley Snipes too. But they do that to feminize us. Vin Diesel, yeah, but don't get me wrong. All of them are great actors, so they can sustain it. It's not about the character. It's about, like you talked about the writers, we're killing ourselves. Because we don't have black cast anymore. Now we have what's called the ensemble cast.
But wouldn't it be fair to say that Sidney Poitier, back then, it really wasn't about that. It was like black exploitative films back then. So, I mean, he had to play slaves. He had to play things of that nature.
I mean, maybe the casting director.
Do we say we're not going to do it?
It's the casting directors, along with those who sit in those rooms, because there are scripts that are written that have strong black men. They effeminize them. And it's what happens when we look at even the shows. We look at Scandal now, or how the other shows, Shonda, they don't need just blacks. They got a black, they got a gay, they got a Hawaiian, they got a cripple, they got a Jew.
Right. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I see it. Okay.
So they're killing the work.
I just think that what if the casting directors didn't see Sidney Poitier, that he couldn't portray, like I could see him doing any role, but maybe the casting director didn't see him that he could play that type of role. But what I would like to say, just as a culture in general, you have to give credit to, even, if you don't like it, and I can't say I'm 100% cool with it, but I have to give credit to the actors they're portraying, they're showing range. And, and big ups to them for stepping outside the box. I mean, they got an opportunity, and, hey, they had to battle it in their soul a little bit or whatever, and they were able to perform. And some of them performed it maybe really well, some of them, but they showed range. And that's what acting is all about. It's acting. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right. Well, this is what I want to do. Alan, I'm going to start with you. If you were offered a role because I'm going to ask each one of you individually to give me your opinion and why. Alan, if you were offered a role to play a gay male where you're touching, kissing, whatever it is, with another actor, would you do it?
This is the thing. It's nothing against individuals that are gay or playing gay, because it all depends on your moral compass. Now, me, I wouldn't play a role such as that because I'm helping raise a young boy, so I don't want to have to answer those difficult questions, and that's solely on the individual that I'm helping raise. So that plays a lot on my moral compass, because that's this difficult question to answer outside of just the artistic and me personally. But it's just the image of his superhero playing and being portrayed for something, confusing him himself in a manner. So that's just me personally in my decision. Now, I've played a character that was gay, but it wasn't demasculating. It wasn't a character that was flamboyant, nor was it anything that was against my morals. The individual was gay, but he was still a man. So it's a difficult line with that. It wasn't a character that was wearing a dress or anything. It was a man who just preferenced in his, he's attracted to a man. It wasn't nothing that was demasculating. So that's a very difficult question, because there's so many aspects to it.
Okay.
There's so many layers to it.
Okay.
So we're quick to jump on to wearing a dress and everything. I understand that, but there's individuals that are gay that aren't, demasculated. So that's the difficult part in portraying these characters. Is that just the detailing of it?
Okay.
But no, I wouldn't wear a dress, and I wouldn't kiss a man. That's just against what I believe in.
Thank you for that. Okay, so
if I may
but there's
interject
different
real
layers
quick.
to it.
Okay, who's that? Franklin G?
If I may interject real quick, I think that based on the actors that we saw took those roles, what the word would be is that part of my 4-picture deal or what? That's a 4 or 5-picture deal. So if you're going to put me in a dress, you're going to make me somebody's babysitter, then the next thing I'm going to be a bank robber. I'm going to work my way like Will Smith to show my grip, or even like Ving Rhames. You wanted part of a 3-picture deal. So that would definitely have some incentive towards the monetary compensation and the back end that I want, and the cable rights.
Okay.
And the doll that they're going to make out of me, too.
Right, and that makes sense. Okay, so now I'm going to go to you, Tori. Tori, what about you? What is your views? Would you take the role?
Most definitely. And the reason why I say I would is because as a human being and as an actor, portraying life, period, is what we do on a daily basis, whether it's a slave. You would look at Hattie McDaniel, who, in Gone with the Wind, and people gave her such crap for what she did back then. And just real quick, touching on Sidney Poitier and the time, I've had an opportunity to sit down for 2 hours and talk to Mr. Poitier about some of these same things. It's the time. It has to do with the fact that back then they would not have a gay male on television that was openly gay, especially a black gay male.
It's absolutely.
So in looking at the timeline and the way things are broken down with Will and Grace, when they, white guy on TV, openly gay, blah, 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 blah. And then you turn to like Noah's Ark, where you have black men on TV, not on a major network, but openly gay. It's the change in the time. So for me, being able to portray a role or being able to write or direct something for anybody that's a human being, I wouldn't have an opportunity doing it because it is life. Whether we like it or not, it's life.
Okay. So same thing to you, Haji. What about you, and what's your views?
My views are very similar to Alan in that, I'm a father of 4 men. I'm raising four boys, and those are questions that I would have to address. So for me, I feel some type of way as an artist in that, it's kind of like the gauntlet is down, like, will you or won't you? And that's kind of difficult, but I think that at this point that Haji, I've walked away from those roles, and I've respectfully declined because, as we said earlier, I have a say in how my art is viewed and appreciated.
I like that. Okay.
So, I take control of my brand to say, you know what, that's not a road that I want to go down right now. Or I may never want to go down that road, but that's solely my choice, and I'm not going to allow anyone to back me into a corner or make it seem as though, well, you'll be blackballed or you're not a real artist. So I don't think that's necessarily right. But short answer, no. Not right now.
And I thank you for that. We almost run out of time, but I'm gonna go to you, Big Leroy.
All right. Hey, shouts out to my mom, Yoshi Davis. All right, I got that out the way. Love you. Okay. I've done the role before. I've been on a movie. I wore a dress. Yo, what they found these damn size 15 high heels. Yo, that was crazy. Yo, but then I did a movie portraying a character. I did a film with Omar Gooding, and it was called Candy Shop. And that was, you remember that joint, right? A lot of y'all bootlegged it, but that's another story, But anyway, I was the gangster, the villain in that film, and he was like lightweight macking on the guy. It was weird, yo. It was just, but the thing is, it was like, what level of gayness are you portraying or something like that? But anyway, what I want to say,
levels of gays, right?
Yeah,
levels of gays you play.
But I know, turning it up at the end. But I would just say,
I'm just saying,
after a certain point, you do get to brand your own self, and you can be whoever you want to be. And shouts out, you love the craft and do that thing.
Okay. Well, guys, we're running out of time. It looks like we're
G.
going to have a part 3 to this.
Got your thumb and ran out of time.
Because you know what? I'm just saying, we're going to do a part 3 to this now because I see now it's levels to gays, so I need to learn this. I just need to know what's really going on in the world. Hey, you got something in your eye. It's the eye look, so I just need to learn these things. First, I want to say again, thanks to my guest, Big Leroy Mobley, DJ Thump, Tori.
Hey.
Haji, Alan, and it's the Vanessa Jackson Show.
Fire.